What exactly would I do if I wanted to go broke selling life insurance as an independent agent? So let me kind of break it down with you. I thought a lot about this to go through because there's a lot of steps you need to go through to make sure that you're going to fail as an independent life insurance agent. So the first thing that I would do is I would go partner and join with as many agencies as possible. Because I would want to, of course, try to learn the good and the bad of all these different agencies. So I would go get contracts from lots of different agencies to the point that I actually don't even know what carrier contracts I have with different agencies. But I would take it a step further is because as soon as I would get a carrier contract with an agency, I would then decide to move that carrier contract to another agency to then have to get releases and start playing this the frustrating game of moving carriers around, getting releases. And so that would really lay a strong foundation. But of course, I want to find out all that is out there. And so I'd want to partner, number one, with lots of different agencies so I could really learn what's out there, move my contracts around, not really know where my contracts were. That would be the first thing I would do. The second thing that I would do is I would want to make sure that I learn about all of the different products that I would want to, of course, be selling. So every type of product, I would want to be on every carrier that I'm contracted with, which, keep in mind, would be a lot of carriers. I would want to be on all of the product trainings. I would want to be mastering all the products, even the ones that I never probably will sell. I want to make sure I'm learning all of that, confusing myself, just learning about everything. I don't want to focus on any one thing. I want to be able to, of course, help my clients. So I want to make sure that I can sell them everything and anything possible. So I would learn about all the products from all the different 29 carriers that I'm contracted with all the different agencies. This really does build on the foundation, being partnered with a lot of agencies, a lot of products, really setting myself up if my goal is to go broke and fail out of the business. The next thing I would do is when I'm not spending all of my time moving my contracts around and learning about products and getting on carrier trainings and so forth, I would spend the majority of my time researching and trying to find the magic lead. I would buy all the courses on how to generate my own leads. Even though I've never sold a policy before, I would put most of my energy trying to figure out the best leads, because I know that there are these secret leads out there that all the top producers sell, and they just don't tell everybody about it. So I'm going to try to figure out what those leads are. So I'm going to spend lots and lots of time learning about leads, trying to generate leads, and doing all of that before I've really sold anything. But again, to take it a step further, what I would do is when I actually buy some lead and I actually make a sale, rather than double down on that, what I would do is I would actually not continue to work that just worked, because honestly, there was something wrong with those leads because the prospect said they didn't even fill the information out. So I would continue the hunt of trying different leads on a weekly or monthly basis, or marketing or whatever I'm doing to find people to talk to. But I would definitely not do the same thing for very long. I would make sure that I'm only working some type of prospecting lead source. I would make sure that I only work it for a week or two before changing to a different one. This is also very important if I wanted to be sure and fail out as an independent agent. So beyond that, of course, there's training that's very important. And so I would be sure to get on lots of different trainings that might give mixed messaging, because I would listen to one little bit over, try to take a little bit over here, a little bit over there, and then really make sure to confuse myself, because I would be really not following anything 100%, but following a whole bunch of things just barely. That's really also foundational, because I would hear one thing and think, well, they said it different over here, and then I would just be a little bit confused. And of course, a confused mind, doesn't take great action. So this is very, very important. But when I did happen to get on a couple trainings and maybe listen to half of them, I might notice that there's a couple people that tend to really be getting some results. And so what I would do is think, oh, the secret is I need to talk to them because there probably are some things they're not telling everybody on the training that they would tell me if I could just get them on the phone. So even though I've taken little action, haven't sold anything, haven't really been committed to the trainings that they're on, I would want to make sure and get their time somehow, get them on, whether it's message or phone or whatever. I would get connected with them and I would ask them, what is your real secret? Now, when they tell me the same thing they also said on the training, I would assume that's probably not correct. They're probably not being honest. There's got to be more to it than that. And I would not listen or apply anything that they just suggested to me. So after that, the other thing I would make sure to do is I would try to go complain and make negative comments on random posts and people I don't know anything about, or even people I don't personally know in the life insurance space. The reason I would do this is to self-identify as someone that's a non-producer. I just think this is super, super important. If my goal is to be broke, if my goal is to fail out as an independent agent, I would make sure to join that club and be part of the negative, commenting group and telling my story about all the bad leads and all the things like that. So this is actually super, super important. Now, make sure you follow me here, because if you're still with me, you want to make sure that you quit within the first 6 months of your business. This is super, super important because that's when the majority of people quit. Definitely don't go past 1 year. You want to make sure that you have quit in the first 6 months, but definitely don't be in the business a year later. This is very, very important. Now, when it comes time to do your continuing education and renew your license, you're not going to want to do that. You want to make sure you don't. It's just not worth it. You didn't have any success, so you want to make sure that you don't renew your license, your continuing ed, even though it's it takes like almost no time, and you can do that. But just don't renew it because you got too much going on. Then in a couple years, when you decide, hey, maybe the timing wasn't right last time, you're going to want to go back, take your pre-licensing and take your licensing course again, get your license all over again, and this time make sure you repeat the exact same steps that you did the last time. Now, I truly believe, if you will follow that pattern and that pathway, I'm very confident that you can go broke and you can fail as an independent life insurance agent. Hey, I hope it helps.